Welcome. I'm Diego Cardona, and the main objective of these resources is to introduce students to the digital transformation trends as a necessity to remain pertinent in a chaotic context like the actual one to manage organizations into a global context. Let me start with a phrase from an important futurist who passed away in 2016, Dr. Alvin Toffler, a prolific writer whose works includes The Shock of the Future and The Third Wave, among others. He predicted that illiteracy in the 20th century would no longer be related to not knowing how to read or write. It would really be related to the fact of not having three fundamental competences. First one, learn. Also, unlearn, because at times the knowledge we have acquired with so much effort has possibly become a burden. And the last competence is the ability to relearn in a lifelong learning process to stay relevant in a highly changing environments such as those we live in and will surely live in the future. Today, businesses are fully globalized and interconnected. As a result, managing organization is more complex than ever. A global manager must evaluate differences from political, economic, social, and technology perspective, among other factors, to develop successful global business strategies face the environmental challenge. Challenge clearly described by the US Army in the 80s of the last century under the acronym VUCA, or the one proposed by the Oxford University in 2020 as TUNA, very similar but changing, volatile, and complex to observe it from an assertive viewpoint. As a complementary approach, the Institute for the Future in Palo Alto, California, proposes the body model. It doesn't matter how the manager diagnosticates the environment. Its aims must be to have clear the importance of implementing appropriate actions, like digital transformation processes. Suppose the manager doesn't identify the context in which his organization operates, an environment permeated by the intensive use of technology, and does not implement digital transformation processes to increase the probability of lasting over time. In that case, the organization will surely be a fallen giant. Like Panam, the largest airline in the world until the 80s. Today, it doesn't exist. Blockbuster, the owner of the video store market, today disappeared. Kodak, which is trying to rise from its ashes like the phoenix after having been the creator of the photography market, and didn't realize the opportunity it had with its invention of the digital photo. It didn't innovate, and today it is a small chemical company for the pharmaceutical market. And some that disappear for reasons other than technological ones, but that are related to digital transformation processes, such as Napster, due to normative issues, or Compaq, because marketing reasons, or Enron, sadly infamous for unethical behavior that led it to disappear despite being one of the leaders of the energy market. In conclusion, past success does not ensure future success, and therefore it is necessary to keep in constant change, taking advantage of the opportunities that the environment offers, including digital transformation. And how can we innovate and implement digital transformation processes that allow organizations to last over time? Thinking about disruptive business models, like the one implemented by the Cirque du Soleil that transcends the use of technology, focusing on the redefinition of the inner processes, or those developed based on the collaborative economy and the intensive use of apps such as Uber, Airbnb, Netflix, and Spotify, among others, or the beautiful educational project of NASA and Google, Singularity University. Let's think on successful models such as Nubank, Rappi, or Platzi, developed by Colombian entrepreneurs, or Mercado Libre at Argentina, that have nothing to envy of the leaders of electronic retail worldwide. Now, it is crucial to understand that the digital transformation led by managers in a globalized world is not a technological problem. Instead, it is a social challenge centered on the human who uses the necessary technology and presents it. The necessary technology forces you to think about STEM with its objective and quantifiable algorithms. But above technology, we must think of the human through the core from a new approach of androgens focused on creativity, originality, responsibility, and empathy. Human skills that are very difficult to be replicated by technology. If you want to delve into these issues, I invite you to review the bibliography of the module and continue with your autonomous work of personal and professional empowerment, reviewing the web of the World Economic Forum, this relevant text from the Inter-American Development Bank, and taking this course implemented at edX and certified by the IDB about the opportunities of the digital transformation. Best regards, and see you on a forthcoming occasion.